What's going on, Wolfpack? Time again for another wolfofbricks.com update. I am Jim, and of course, this is where we talk about Lego investing and reselling. So this is now segment 2 of the two-part series where we're talking about BrickLink. And again, I'm so happy to have my little brick world on to answer the questions because, you know, I've recently interviewed somebody who, in my opinion, is an expert at minifigs. And I just could not do a YouTube video by myself when it comes to minifigs. And it's the same thing for BrickLink. So I'm very happy to have you here. So, you know, we were talking about parting out sets in the first segment. You know that if you buy this set, it's going to have a 3 or 4 times the value, right? Is that something that BrickLink offers on its website? Like you type in a set number and, you know, it'll go through its thinking and then boom, it spits out a number and it'll tell you what parts are popular and what parts aren't. And a $10 set could sell for $40 if you know what you're doing.
Yes, there is. It's not as detailed as that for parts, so individual parts. It just breaks down. You can put in the set number and it will give you a 6-month average part out value and a current. I always work with a 6 month, so I'll put the set number in, press the submit button, click the button. It'll then give me that information as just how much is it worth parting out for 6 months value. And then there'll be another section which will actually tell me this set for you will be out of 100 pieces or 100 lots. So we'll say pieces, it's the individual pieces, and lots are because you may have 10 of one brick. That's the item, that's the pieces. But lots is that telling you that 10 you've got already that lot. But if you got 100 and it says, well, you got 50 lots, but you got 50 new lots coming into your store, and those lots are 200 pieces. Could be a set of 800 pieces, 100 lots, because how it works. That tells me, right, okay, well, one, there should be some nice new pieces in there for my store, and yes, there's value in it because it's giving me what I want, which is a minimum of 3 times part out value. The only time I'd sort of break that sort of 3 times part out is if the amount of lots says to me, hey, it's only worth 2.5 times part out value. But in actual fact, 75% of that set is going to be brand new pieces for your store that you've not got. Then I look at it and say, okay, well, that may help draw people in to those pieces, but then they'll also buy others. But I think 2.5 is where my lower limit. After that, I wouldn't sort of buy that set.
That's interesting.
Because it does have that function. I suppose you could say.
Yeah, because the more variety out there, the more, you know, it draws people in. So
yeah, okay. I think if you listen to a lot of other people who are on YouTube talking about BrickLink and their stores, a lot of them will always say the same thing. The more lots you have, the more interesting it is for other people. And as soon as they upload something new, they see an upsurge in sales because they've got those new parts in there, and it's attracted people in, and then they come and either buy those and then buy something else. So at the moment, I've got a lot of sets, so I've still got the part out, and I sort of think, right, okay, I want to get some more sales, quickly get them in.
How many sets do you have that you still have to part out right now?
There's 4, but there's 5. One of them I bought quite a long time ago, forgetting that I'd already bought some. So I've got them set up on a shelf up behind me for a rainy day when I've got nothing to do because I don't have any others. But to the side of me here, I've got 4 sets I've recently purchased, which I haven't put anything about it on TikTok yet. But not because I was worried about other people buying them. It was just literally Prime Day sales. Another one was a store called Asda in the UK, which is was owned by Walmart, but no, it's not. They literally had something that kept coming in and out of stock. So it's literally, right, it's in stock. I've got to order it. By the time I'd ordered it, a few hours later, it was out of stock again. Right. And I still had to wait for them to be delivered. So I've got them now, but they're not on sale anymore. So it's not I'm not worried about giving out trade secrets or any insider information there when I do the TikTok videos, because no one else will be able to get it now on that at that price. But
was there ever a set in the last couple years where like you were really excited about for resale? It's like, I know this, once I part out this set, like it's just going to move quick and the ROI is just too good to pass up?
I suppose there's a couple. I mean, I did get excited when I took the plunge, and for the first time I bought a modular set one of the boutique hotel, and I'm going to take the plunge and go for it. And I bought 4 of those and party those out. There's a hell of a lot of parts, and it took a long time to do.
I imagine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I don't have a lot of space. I don't. It's
right.
I don't have a lot of cups. I actually had to go and buy a box of plastic cups to use to just to be able to part it all out. And I had them stacked up everywhere. And I was using a dining room table to part it out because I didn't have. That was the biggest surface I had in the house. That did start selling. You know, as soon as I got that, there were just unique parts in there. But one particular set, I wouldn't say that I've sort of gone, that's going to sell. I'm trying to think. I thought there is one that did have some, but it was minifigures rather than, in a sense, parts.
Right.
And the minifigures sold quite quickly. And I think it was a Star Wars set. I can't remember which one. But the minifigures just went just like that.
Just flew. Are there any Lego sets that you absolutely would not touch because you're like even before you look it up, and I don't want to throw Friends out there because Friends does well. You have to acquire a Friends bind because on my YouTube videos, Friends is like the least popular videos. Yeah. They'll see that thumbnail and they're like, I'm going to pass. So I don't want to throw Friends under the bus. Maybe City or not Toy Story. Toy Story 4 is, I would think, pretty unique, but maybe some of the junior sets.
Yeah, I think well, I say a lot of the City sets don't really have that much great part out value because a lot of them are just the same whites and blues and
right.
fire sets and police, and the minifigures are just generally generic minifigures. You know, you don't get as many parts as you sort of like to think that you're going to get in them. You do get some. I mean, I'll show you what I just picked up. I mean, I'm saying about City sets, and here I am about to show you 2 of them that I've just got. But so there was this one.
Okay.
But to me, I sort of think, well, in actual fact, this has got some unique parts when you've got the fruits and the pumpkin there and all of these bits. So there's some new stuff there. But the minifigures, I don't think are going to be that popular. So, but I may well just sell them in parts rather than as a whole minifigure. And then the mission set.
Okay.
So I don't generally go for a lot of City sets unless they do have a high part out value, but a lot of them don't. But they're always the ones in the local supermarkets that seem to get the discount. You may have heard me saying about club card price.
Yeah.
So that's Tesco's in the UK. They do this thing where if you've got it's a loyalty card, and they say if you've got it, you can get these things in the store, where it be it Lego or groceries. You can get them at what they call club card prices. It's what basically you used to go in the supermarket and see sale, this item's on a great offer. This is it's now, I mean, basically because they want everyone to have the loyalty card so they can track where people are spending they're spending their money on and tailor supposedly special offers to each individual. But yeah, those, I think, City sets, some friends sets, because some of it will be the minifigures will keep a high value because they hold a high value because they don't have a lot of sales.
Right.
So you do have to be sort of slightly aware of that, but they do sometimes have some nice parts.
You were talking about the City sets just a moment ago. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, I'm not sure if this set has popped up on your radar. Do you have any opinions over the City chicken coop set?
The chicken coop set?
Or it might be a hen house.
I don't think I've seen it.
The only reason why I mentioned that is because I think it's a set that is retiring this year, and it's only had a 6-month run. I think it's a hen house. I say chicken coop. I think I'm thinking about Minecraft. But that's a set that is pretty unique.
Ah, yes, I've just seen it. Yeah.
Is that something that if someone had a BrickLink store, they might buy a couple of, or would you just pass on it?
I'm just looking at Amazon. I mean, it's a £9 set. It parts out £12.36. So it's not even, you're not even going to double your money
right
on it. So that sort of set, I look at that and go, okay, £9. That's the retail price. So generally, when you're doing anything with BrickLink, you're never really buying anything at the retail price. You're always looking for those sets that have been reduced on sale, special offers, or 2 for 1. Or with some of them, we have a store called Argos. They do 2 for £20. Yeah. So you might have a set that's normally £15 or £16, and they'll do 2 of them for 20.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, well then that's £10 per set. But yeah, for the chicken house, I'd run away from it.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. When you said
Yeah.
unique, I was like, well, I think the hen house only has availability for 6 months, and that's something that a lot of people don't have in their city, right?
Yeah.
So, well, and that's
It's some
interesting that it took that quick for you to figure that out, right? So,
Yeah.
I asked you about a set, and you're just clicking the mouse, and a few seconds later, you're like, nope, that's not a good idea. But
Yeah.
you could do that over the course of an hour. You could have maybe 30, 40 sets that you could start to have a hit list on and be
Yeah.
like, okay, these are the top 10 sets that I'm interested in and going out and buying.
Yeah, whenever there's a store that has a sale on Argos here in the UK, it's a catalog store. Or it used to be a catalog. I mean, you see a thick catalog and you can flick through, and you always thought at Christmas time it was great fun to have a look at what's in there. Now it's mainly online, and they'll do a sale, and I'll go in there and I'll basically take all the set numbers, I'll put them onto an Excel spreadsheet. I'll then go on BrickLink and put in that set number and say, right, well, on the spreadsheet, I'll put the set number and the cost. So how much is it going to cost me to buy it from Argos? And then I'll go on BrickLink and say, right, well, what is the part out value? So I'll just go in there and I could do that, put a formula in, and then it will just tell me, there you go, there's part out value. And it's really quick and easy. I've got it on the spreadsheet. And then if I go, okay, well, none of them are any good, throw the spreadsheet in the bin and go look elsewhere. But it is very quick. And I've also got the same facility on my my mobile phone. So if I'm in a store, I'm not looking at it going, okay, make a note of that set number, going home, going on BrickLink, and then going, yeah, actually, that's quite good. And then going back to the store, and then they don't have any left. I can do it there and then in the store. It's really quick and easy to work out and go, yeah, I want this set.
Yeah, so that definitely saves a lot of time.
Yeah, because you could be buying sets every single day thinking, oh, it's on sale, it's going to be good. And then getting home and going,
right.
Because like the chicken coop hen house, it's a £9 set. And they probably at some point they may have knocked it down to £5 or £6.
But still
not. It'd have to be £3 to make it worthwhile, or £4, and they're not going to reduce it by over half.
Right.
It'd be nice, but yeah.
All right, well, cool. Lots of good stuff, and I've talked to people with BrickLink in the past that have their own stores, but this was eye-opening. I was still able to take a lot out of it. So, my little brick world, thank you once again for joining us. I hope all of the viewers were able to take something away from it, because it's all good stuff, right? It's just another aspect of reselling that a lot of people are interested in, but maybe don't know a lot about, like myself. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Once again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I am Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.